Welcome to Back to the Covenant. Join Pastor Roberto Hinds Jr. and First Lady Sheila as they take you through a series of topics that will help you take your marriage back to the covenant. Please welcome them as they begin today's discussion.
You got to put that paprika, you got to put all the culantro and the cilantro and all the good stuff that are out there, you know, because you want to make it appealing. In other words, you are now in the mode and the mindset of giving. You are ready to project, amen, your love. Yeah. For God so loved the world that he gave. So he projects his love by what? Giving.
And that means to think about what you say before you say it. And even look at your mannerisms. Think about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and the reason why. Sometimes it doesn't even need to be said. And the reason why you're saying it. And that's with women, that's a big thing. A lot of information come out of our mouth. It doesn't even need to be said. Just keep it to yourself, for goodness sake. But we say it, and then we don't understand why somebody's upset. We don't get it. We don't understand. But what we do have to know is that if we think about it first, no matter what response comes from the other person, from your husband, then your response is still going to be covered with grace and sprinkled with salt, and it's going to be a soft response, one that brings back a loving response.
Yeah, Proverbs 15:1, it says, you know, a soft answer turns
away
wrath. Yeah.
So if a soft answer turns away wrath, what do you think a hard answer is going to do?
It's going to stir it up. It's going to stir it up.
Slap you in the face.
So, you know, that brings another principle, and that is that, watch this, the person that actually controls the temperature of the conversation, the communication, is the first person that responds to the initial engagement. In other words, if my wife comes in and she had a rough day and she may well be agitated, okay, and she comes in a little agitated. Now, if I respond back with agitation, then it's a confrontation. It's a mess. But if I return with a soft answer, now I have set the tone, because now with my answer, I have now begun to soothe her agitation. Are you seeing this?
Amen.
In other words, back to this, understand this. In other words, communication begins and is affected by love. Love is the key. Love is the essence to communication. For God so loved the world that he gave. So he wanted to communicate that he gave. Okay? So the love here is what he's given. Just like Gary Chapman, he says that's where he came up with the 5 love language. Well, the 5 love language, love, communication, love, language, love, communication. It starts with love. Amen. It doesn't matter if I want to affirm it, there's got to be love behind it. If I want to communicate by touch, then love has to be behind it. If I'm going to produce quality time with my wife, then I have to think about it and orchestrate this whole thing. Love has to be behind it. Are you getting this?
So we have some homework for you. And this time your homework is when you talk is to listen to yourself again, how you speak to your mate.
Yes. And
to mirror back, because a lot of times it's misunderstandings that go on, misinterpretations, excuse me, in communication. So I want you to mirror back. Honey, I need you to take the garbage out now.
Oh, baby, you want me to take the garbage out right now?
Right this moment, please, because then after that we have to go to Bible study.
Okay.
So now we've mirrored back. He understands what I'm asking him, and he now understands why. So mirror back your communication to make sure you understand. And then sometimes...
That's the sprinkling.
Yeah, and then sometimes throughout the week, add an extra leg to it. I feel threatened or hurried or rushed when you ask me to do it, and say right now. Is there a reason? Ask them questions. say how you feel.
Communicate.
Communicate. Amen.
Amen.
So we'll see you next time, but we want to remind you of why we're here, and it's all about understanding each other, understanding our differences, and talking about a lot of things that will help you take your marriage back. Thank you for listening as we continue our discussion on communication. See you next time.